Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Stellaris, and this is week 22 of competition. I've just recently finished up a war with our unliking neighbors, our rivals to the south, Fexklanga Alliance. Two of my friends, my allies, Neverite Star Realm and Moj Huxcan Imperial clans, started war with Fexklanga, which inspired me to have my own. I would have happily gone in with them, the three of us against them, but they did not invite me for that war, so I had my own. I have already done my hit and run and gotten out while the getting was good, and picked up a number of systems, but no established planets. But meanwhile, their war is ongoing, but they look to claim a fair amount of territory in the end. For some reason, Fexklanga still has just one planet, which makes it a lot harder to kind of win the war itself when that planet is pretty well defended and they've got a fairly decent force. Okay, so with that war now behind me, I'm going to turn my attention to a few things that do require both immediate and long-term help. For one, I've been on 6 planets for a little while. I do look to inhabit or to colonize 1 or 2 more here in the near future. I have a few, a couple especially in this continental world is very much a soon to be targeted one. I want to also get this one within my realm so I can stop dealing with pirates there. There are pirates currently up there, but my fleet just dealt with some other pirates, and I'm going to go get them back to full strength first. As you can see, there's a bit of damage to some of my ships there. Like this one, for instance, is very close to destruction. So wanting to avoid losing some more ships, I'm going to go get them repaired before I deal with these pirates in Baldirk. I'm going to try to claim these last 3 areas here. And of course I need to eventually start picking up all of this, which I happily have control of. Nobody else does. But it does slow your research ability when you claim tons of territory, which is what I had been doing for a while, so I'm trying to slow down on that a little bit. But there are a few obvious choices like this one and these 3 where pirates could easily emerge. I don't want the what do you call it, tension that's going to come, the border tension that's going to come from necessarily claiming like WoW or Baldirk or Elor there. I'll definitely allow Elor to go to Moj Huxcan if they want it, as it's more naturally in their realm. I would have happily had Neshmet for myself and then taken Elor and finishing my area off with Petrichor. That would have been a good trio for me to hold, but they're my friends. They're not incredibly happy with me at the moment because they also had some claims on some of the land that I just took. Okay, well, let's get to things first. Let's get things moving along at least a little bit. I do want to get this claimed, so there's a ship right there. That's a good place for it. Let's go ahead and drop an outpost in there. And where is this guy? Oh, right here. Speaking of, But with this new addition, I should be... Let's see what we have in here. Yeah, let's go get that. And speed things up. Okay, one other thing I want to do is I do have some influence here. Not a ton. I'm only getting +2 right now because none of my factions are happy, so I'm not getting any bonuses. But ooh, here we go. It looks like peace has been made, and things are looking a little different. So Moij has taken 6 systems. Neberite has taken 11. I didn't think Neberite would be getting that many. I knew the danger that these two would remain, which is sad, but they did go all the way and take Mirage, so they did all the ones that they had claims on up here from Moij Hexen. So that's cool. Because now I don't have to deal with any of this here. Now the only border that I have, and that, oh, Neberite, all the way over to Jabeth. They left one system up here as well, but otherwise claimed all of this up here, which will give them control of this arm if they so choose and get there before Tyal. But control up here is nice for them, and they did take this whole lower area too. So Fexklanga is essentially cut off outside of trying to expand through here, out of here, which is going to be difficult for them because they have nothing here. Looks like they do have a planet there. But how are they going to get there? Because they're certainly not going to get an open border from me. So, in reality, they're totally cut off from those 3 systems. And can't expand this way unless they already have a construction ship there. Which I can tell you from based on the war, and the fact that we had control of those systems, it's not going to be the case. So, Fexklanga, just outside of this one single system, they have 0 room for expansion, and they still have just the one planet. And I don't know what kind of planets they're going to be within here. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. No idea about that one, unsurveyed. 4, so they do have some room for a little bit of internal growth. There's 5. And 6. And no additional there. So they have room to expand, colonize up to 6 planets within their area, plus 1 more system. But other than that, Fexklanga is effectively cut off, and they're going to be an easy target. I would certainly add, oh yeah, with multiple planets, there's 3 right there. I would certainly add those to my realm. I would certainly take everything they've got left up here and gladly trade something with Neberite. Take this and give them, you know, like a few systems down here or something to swap while I take everything else, or do it in a war with all 3 of us again, and effectively share out what's left of Fexklanga down the road. But things went quite well with that, so our biggest threat just got significantly weaker. Now that does change the balance ever so slightly. There you go. Fexklanga is now seen as inferior. I'm still here, right near the bottom, just above them. But there you go, see moish. Border friction is higher. They have claims on me. That did hurt a little bit, but fortunately we have mutual rivals. We have the trust. We have the defensive pact, which at least is keeping up appearances. Same sort of issues with Neberite. Just a little bit of border friction, but they do have a claim on something that I have in what I took from the war. Which gives them both that opportunity to go to war with me, but hopefully they'll drop those. I actually dropped mine. One other thing I'm going to do before we get too far into things is it's about time that I spend a little bit of influence on something useful. And I could up my minerals by 20% for 11 years at the cost of 300, or I can up my research by 10%. Big question, because I really need both. My fleet strength has been hurting the most, honestly. And I'm kind of catching up when it comes to research, especially with my trade agreements. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the production targets. So we're going to go ahead and set this. And there you go. Alright, our fleet is on its way to be repaired. It's only 5% below full strength, so it shouldn't take very long at all.
Concluded.
And there's some research completed. Antimatter missiles. That should be a nice little boost to our fleet as well. So we can hopefully see that number raise yet a bit further when we upgrade them. So build speed, super cheap. And one of these days I do need to start investing in my research for tiles, because I do not invest in that. I very much have energy and minerals as my main, and food for tiles on my planets. So let's go do that build speed. It's not a terribly useful thing, but it's pretty cheap. And I don't necessarily need the others now. I still have 1,000, so we should be probably expanding that fleet, actually. Ooh, there's that pirate fleet coming back.
Damage.
They picked me again.
Construction project concluded.
Okay. I need to get them back. Let's retreat back to here. And what's this? Governing ethics shift to the Citizen Confederation of Pultran-Ug. They are egalitarian now. Alright. This close, I definitely want to retreat back a bit. Hopefully they don't go right back and destroy. And there they are. Looks like they're headed straight for it. The fleet is taking some damage, at least.
Research station offline.
And they went straight for my research station. Alright, the other war that was ongoing. Looks like 2 systems have been taken.
Evading hostiles.
Whoa. And why am I running back the other way? You were supposed to already be out. You're running straight at him. Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. By evading hostile fleet, an evasive stance means to evade, not run straight at the enemy. Wow, that was pathetic, and I just lost a construction ship.
Mining station offline. Mining station offline.
Okay, the repairs are complete. Let's go ahead and do a quick upgrade on the ships while I'm here.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Now, let's head to deal with these pirates. With a fair amount of damage already done. Okay, we do have a couple of pops that have nothing. Let's see, where am I? Kuma Prime. Kuma is where? Where are you, Kuma? Right there. I do not need defensive, as that's our allies. That I certainly plan on retaining. So that's going to give pop growth speed. Let's see. A science lab is cheap. I certainly haven't done any of that, but my food is right at level, so I do need to get it back on the positive side. But I already have some food tiles here that I can actually use and should. There's no reason I shouldn't use those. So with that, kind of takes me back to the Unity or Science. They're both going to cost me that singular upkeep, but otherwise, how about I do one of each? That's a good compromise. There you go. And that'll take care of the unemployment situation. Alright, now that this is claimed,
Station
let's
sustaining
see if
damage.
it is multiple. There's science here that's untapped, and actually I really should be getting both, as that is a triple. Oh, you dirty dog. There you go. Champions Tima Laelius has developed new skills. Military
Research
Pioneer. Not sure
concluded.
what that is, but there's some research. Alright, looks like they are retreating back to their base, and their base has been taken out. Moise Huxjed has sent their fleet up there. If I'm lucky, they'll go back and take care of that pirate fleet now. Let's see, how far has my fleet gotten? Not very far. Did my station make it out alive? Apparently they did. Well, good for them. They are back in one piece. Let's not head that way until I've taken care of that fleet. Well, there you are. You're already here. But the other ship's already assigned to it. I might as well let them continue with that. Let's head up here and get the outpost. That's still into the danger zone.
Spaceport sustaining damage.
Okay, Tassergoid secured. The Tassergoid is an extremely lethal predator that stalks the dense jungles of the Ivviba Filav at night, paralyzing its prey with electric shocks before sucking their brains out with its tube-like mouth. Ooh, yummy. Unfortunately, 3 of the crew members from the ISS told me were lost to these creatures before a specimen could be secured. The Museum of Exobiology on Mount Olympus will rename one of its wings after these brave officers to honor their sacrifice. Okay. And science ship. Nope, you are on your way to the next one. Yeah, all the way down here. Queued this up a while ago. There's 2 more out this way. Shazarex. Let's see. I think I have open borders with them. No, they have closed borders to us. But with mutual threats, that minus 100 is now just minus. Let's see. Can I open borders? No, my borders are open. It's just their borders that are closed. So I'm not going to be able to get in there. And I can't get in here either because that's one of the systems that Vex Klonga still has. Oh, something happened with research. Regenerative whole tissue. That's a long project. Yeah, there you go. See my systems and planets. Are what slows down my research so much. Claim influence, cost, war exhaustion, gain. That's a good one because I definitely noticed during that war that the war exhaustion was certainly not a good thing. Let's see. Fleet Academy is going to do what? Ship starting experience and plus naval capacity. Sure, that's nice, but well, this one seemed to have a bigger impact on the war. Okay, our fleet is slowly moving along, and there we go. That pirate fleet has returned to Baldirk. And any chance that your Star Rider flotilla will go deal with that threat? No, you're continuing to go back the other way. The Drones of War. For the first time in recorded history, the warring factions of the Ganvius have united under a single Great Khan. This mysterious warlord, who according to some accounts is a powerful psychic, has emerged from their warrior caste and accomplished what most thought impossible. Through a combination of guile, charisma, and military genius, the newly crowned Great Khan has won the utter loyalty and devotion of all Ganvius factions. Now that they are no longer busy killing each other, the Ganvius are turning their attention elsewhere. Great fleets are massing for war, crewed by eager warriors who are now steadfast comrades in arms, despite having been mortal enemies mere months ago. And here is the Great Khan. Petals of Cyan. I am Petals of Cyan, Great Khan of the Ganvius Horde, and I am here to announce to the galaxy that a new age is upon us. The dark era where Ganvius would senselessly butcher one another for scraps of resources, or a misguided sense of honor, has finally come to an end. I have solemnly promised my people a new beginning through the formation of a great empire that will forever enshrine the name of the Ganvius species in the annals of galactic history. To those who would stand in our way, know this: I will stop at nothing to realize the true destiny of my people. If you oppose us, the Ganvius Horde will grind you into dust. Ouch. Please tell me you're somewhere way out here. Ganvius Raiders, is that them? It appears to be so, yes. I'm assuming that they are probably near the top. They're not appearing. Oh yeah, there you go. Ganvius Horde. And it doesn't show their status. But they're right at the top. And that might be enough. Alright, so let's see, on our way to deal with pirates. Where has my fleet gone? They're still only here. They have not traveled far or fast. I do have some minerals to increase that. We are picking up a lot more, about 40 more per month than we were before, so that's going to be creating a nice boost thanks to that edict. Both construction ships are busy. scientist has reached skill number 2.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, there we go, and he's ready for a new project.
Construction
What can
project
we,
concluded.
get here? How about... that's the planet I want to colonize. That's actually probably a good use of some of this extra. There we go. We'll pick that up. Okay, Corallium and Tyal are now rivals. And Reverse, they're both rivals. This might be a good time to launch a new colony right about here. And let's see where to pick up those bonuses. Maybe right here. It helps if I choose to colonize. There we go. Mount Olympus. Oh yeah, 225. Okay. We're on it. I'm going to do one at a time, but I will almost certainly get the second planet here done
Construction
almost immediately
project
as well.
concluded. Research concluded.
And we've just added this system now. I am going to have to take my fleet, once they are done with the pirates here, to clear this space amoeba if it's still around, so that I can finally get my science ship in here to deal with these two. So in the meantime, construction ship. Go ahead, make sure I have the right one. Yes. And let's just take both while we're at it. Might as well get that +6. Then I'll head back to Platuri, which hopefully by the time they're done here, our fleet will have gone on and finished the job. There's that build speed. Some Durasteel armor is certainly not a bad one, but a star hold, a nice upgrade for our star bases, could be in order. That's a lot cheaper than the Durasteel armor, so let's go ahead and knock that one out. 50 months. So I'm getting a few of the things I wanted to do underway. I don't need a third science ship.
Special project concluded. A declaration of war has been announced.
Oh my. So we are now at war with Tyal. Shoot. Well, we're on the backside, so I'm not worried about losing land, but this could be bad depending on how strong Tyal is. I noticed Moish Huxcan is pretty much equivalent to us. They're slightly stronger than I am, which means combined we might not be that strong. So I'm not going to go deal with the space amoebas, but I still need to take care of that pirate threat, which is actually moving in the right direction now. And here is Tyal down here. Is Nemberite in on this? Nope, they are not. They haven't set. They are friendly with one another, but they don't have a defensive pact. Alright, so I'm right back to war. Unexpectedly and unfortunately, not what I was hoping for. But we also just finished our science ship, securing a second system. So the small rodent-like creatures known as Orinthe are native to Huv, where their habitat extends across most of the planet's diverse climatic regions. They breed at an extremely rapid rate and seem to have a particular fondness for chewing on electric cables. Procuring specimens was not a problem. In fact, after the initial creatures were collected, more of them made their way onto the ISS Ptolemy by hitching rides on the science ship's orbital shuttles. Exactly why the Museum of Exobiology requested Earthy specimens remains a mystery. Okay. Well, status quo at this point is just a minus 81. So that's good, I guess. Ally entered war declaration. And missing war goal. Do I want to set a war goal? I don't really have any goals, so we'll see. Where are we now? Down here. And I don't really have a clean way back either. Or end it before. Unless I come through this way. Even then, I would have to go all the way over here to get around these mining camps. And I don't have access that way, so do I want to come all the way up here for this? No, not going that way. It would be one of those go this way things. Move this way. There you go. And take forever to get to that puppy. And hope we don't die on the way. We'll see how that goes. Otherwise, we're just wasting time sitting out there. Take a trip. Trip around. Alright, so on to... what exactly are we facing? Hiver nests down there. A pretty big area, pretty big system. What do you have? There's 1,000. I saw about 5,000 around somewhere earlier. We still need to deal with those pirates before they cause too much trouble. There you go. There's 2,000. So you only have 3,000? I thought I saw a 5,000 strong unit just a little bit ago. I don't see him. Whoa, look how high up the list they are. Tech is superior, fleet power is superior. Sad thing is I have a trade deal with them. They were ones that I was working on. But their rivalry, the Moish Hexcan, it was the only reason why I couldn't do similar things with them. And yeah, we're seen as equivalent fleet power. Alright. Well, I definitely want to move in support. I don't want to necessarily attack on my own. So with that, where am I now? I'm gonna head this way. And then we're just gonna have to watch out and see how we can help. Where'd they go? There they are. Pirate fleet. Ooh, they are heading to Nishmet. I guess the quickest way is to chase.
Construction project concluded.
Alright, we've got Ulbian. Let's go get this back. And that one after. And that one after. Those are all good. Okay, any developments in the war? No. Borders opened. Shazarix. Cool. Alright, science ship. You're gonna have some new orders. We're gonna go research here. And then here. And then we'll head up to that crazy far one. Alright. Space amoebas, but no sign of enemy fleets yet. You're up to 1,000. There's an enemy fleet. 3,500. That wouldn't actually be so difficult to deal with. Get them. Sick them. They're headed to my lands. Not cool, dude. Not cool.
Construction project concluded.
All right. Meanwhile, I forgot that we are in the middle of trying to colonize a planet. And here they are, 3,500 and 4,000. So two larger fleets, 7,500 in all. They are currently trying to grow their fleet. There we go. Now I'm catching up to them. So, our little laser light show is resulting in a quick defeat of the pirates. Hopefully I do not lose any ships along the way. I do not. I come out with all 33 intact. How much damage did I sustain? Probably not a whole lot, but certainly some. Let's go get that repaired before we head off. At the same time, it's time to start reinforcing that fleet as well. Uh-oh. There goes our allies. Are they inflicting any damage upon them? Oh no, she died. Not a good thing because leader lifespan. Let's see, anomaly fail risk. Research. Anomaly fail risk, that's a good one. And you're young. I don't know if you can do the research anymore. We'll see. Oh, you were in the middle of it. And it's got to be skill 3 or higher, so we need to swap you out with someone here. Or swap you out here. No, you're only a level 2. You're not any better. What's yours? Research new skills. Okay, tech. Dang it. Okay, only these two. You're only 2 stars. Leader experience gain. That's probably a good one, I guess, as that's not necessarily helping your research here at all. So we will take our new scientist. Okay, and then we'll now take our available scientist, and then there. Now we can continue researching projects in these systems. There we go. Oh, and you just hit skill 4. Alright, well, an unfortunate start to the war, as these systems are all partly occupied already, and 2 strong fleets are there, and your small fleet that you were building up just took a pretty big knock. And meanwhile, it's going to take a little bit before these ships are ready to go anywhere. Okay, there's the main fleet, 2,500.
Construction project concluded.
And taking damage.
Project concluded.
To what? Why are you taking damage? You need my help. Maybe I don't need to retreat right now. That time that I had towards you. And
construction project concluded.
Zulkar swarm secured. Zulkar swarming insect analogs, usually unusual, both for their large size and fact that they are lithivores, feeding off rocks and minerals in the ground. Interesting. One of the shuttles belonging to the Ptolemies sustained serious damage when it inadvertently passed through a large swarm, and several Zulkars began to feed on its hull. Construction of the special containment facilities required to hold these creatures has already begun at the Museum of Exobiology on Mount Olympus. Okay, there's 3 more done. Alright, so there's one fleet of 4,000. There's one fleet of 3,000. That would definitely be the easier fleet to deal with first. There's 500 more on the way. And there is a new fleet of 700 coming in. I'd really like if you stayed up here because we can go deal with them. I certainly don't want them heading into Kuma. I've got ships coming from all over to reinforce my fleet. And there they are. We are ever so slightly stronger, but they might have an advantage in... No, you're continuing to move away. It's like you're trying to unite your fleet or something. Yep, here they are. I might have a numerical advantage in strength, but they might have a tech advantage. And this certainly isn't going to offer me much support. I'd rather not fight them right now without your aid. Come on. We'd crush them together. Let's see. Can I retreat in time? I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. Can that base hold them off long enough? No! Oh my gosh. Go. I already ordered you to... Okay, so we're going to engage. Well, here we go. Slow this down. Alright. Well, initially we do have the advantage as they've taken some damage early on. The battle is going my way at the moment, at least, but I'm definitely going to sustain a lot of damage in this battle. No doubt about that. I have a 3-star general, they have a 4-star general. So slight edge to them on that one. Their damage output is a little higher than mine, but I'm inflicting a lot more damage to their shields at the point. And we have an encounter. Let's ignore that for now. I have taken definitely some losses, but I'm outpacing their losses, and they retreated. Alright, well done. Let's reclaim that. Hey. Hello. Where are you going? Go reclaim the system. Alright, minimal damage actually, really. And we come out on top of that battle. Not sure where they've retreated to, but they have retreated. Let's go ahead and call in our reinforcements there. Now there's 1,600. They got about 2,000 left. Still have more ships on the way. Plus I just called in the reinforcements once more. But we're going to go ahead and call it right there. So that's one fleet partially dealt with. And there's definitely a weaker fleet there. That 4,000, it's definitely not going to be handled alone though. That will very much be a fight that must happen together. So if we are to beat Tal, it's going to require our effort in this battle together. So where are we at so far? Well, let's see. Their war exhaustion is much higher than ours, which is good. Space battles was a part of that. 2 ships lost. Wasn't it more than that? But the occupation is hurting here. The war is going our way at the moment, at least, thanks to my efforts in that battle. Okay, well, I am out of time for now, so we're going to have to see how this war carries out in the next episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my